Shantal, you have the floor.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
My name is Shantal Ewell. I'm presenting my thesis on college graduation rate, improving Claflin University course selection guide into an online course management tool and analyzing its effect on graduation rate. I know this is one of the last presentations for the day, so hopefully I don't bore anyone to sleep. So thank you for coming. So for everyone to be on the same page, I'm going through some definitions that I will use in this presentation. So firstly, graduation rate. This is the number of full-time, first-time degree or certificate seeking undergraduate students graduating within 150% of normal time. That's between 4 and 6 years. Scheduler, that's the tool I made, which is an all-in-one curriculum management tool designed to make planning and organizing students' courses easier. And then course selection guide. This provides guidance and information to students as they select courses, consider graduation requirements, and locate relevant information in planning for enrollment each year. You know, this is like the guide that we get from Claflin University. So this is an example of scheduler, and this is also an example of the course selection guide. So what is the problem? So most students enter college with the intention of graduating. However, one of the most pressing issues facing universities in America is the number of students who fail to graduate. For example, we're going to look at our own graduation rate, where we see that the highest percentage we see over the years has been 41%. So with that being said, the purpose of this study is basically finding out why students graduate late and see if improving the course selection guide can increase it by some percentages or so. And also finding out what advisors have to say and recommend towards students' graduation rate. So why did I choose this topic though? So choosing this topic was from my own personal experiences with basically finding it hard, knowing exactly what classes to take, especially because the sequence that they gave it to us, the courses sometimes are not available in that semester. And also finding it difficult to organize all my classes. And it is also a good way for me to utilize my computer science skills to solve problem and drive innovation. And one fun fact is that after starting this project, I became an unofficial advisor for over 10 plus students. Some were actually here today, basically asking me how to track their classes, what classes they need to take, especially like maybe general education courses and so on. And this is what we used to do before scheduler. We all know the famous yellow sheet. We keep marking stuff out, writing stuff in the corners, ticking stuff off. And this is the best that it gets, the Excel sheet where we can now easily color code stuff. So because of these frustrations, I kind of created scheduler. So overview of the methods. I had a user study. I had study A and study B. Students they got the same survey in both survey, but the difference is that in study A, students use the Claflin course selection guide, and in study B, they use scheduler. So we did this on Zoom, basically because I wanted to guide students through, especially because external links were created, just so they didn't miss the links that they needed to access scheduler or the course selection guide in a PDF format. And also I did an advisor survey. I sent them to them on email, and they could easily access it and complete the survey, basically asking them to, give an overview why they think students graduate late and give suggestions and so on. Then we had students from computer science, computer engineering, and management information science. And we had advisors from business, biology, chemistry, mathematics, and computer science department also. And we see where there was 41% of students participating from the senior year, 22% from junior, 5% from sophomores and freshmen, and also 5% who were enrolled in 2016. So some of my major findings. So I asked this question to students: do you think having a clear and accessible course selection guide can help you graduate on time? 80.9%, 88.9% said definitely yes. and 11.1% say they weren't sure. So how beneficial do you believe this online course management tool would be for you? In this question, I already gave them like the definition of what this tool was. And in study A, 66.7% said very beneficial, and 88.9% in study B said it would be very beneficial for them as well. Also, if a student graduates late, which options do you think are significant factors? This question was asked to both group of students and also the advisors. Advisors say 100% of the time, students are the main factors, are the significant factors. And when you go over to the students in study A, they said 77.8% of the time they are responsible. And while the advisors say they're significant factors 25% of the time, students say it's 33.3% of the time. And when we talk about the course guide, the advisors say 50% of the time, that could be the case. And also students say 55.6% of the time, the course guide could be a significant factor. And other factors are also included, such as like the department, the professors, and environmental factors. So with that result, we really wanted to know why they chose these selections. So these are some of the feedback that they gave to us. I'm not going to read everything, but you can basically take a look on what some of the students and advisors were saying about why they made those selections. For instance, they also pointed out that major courses are not offered every year or every semester. They also say that students are not very focused and stuff like that. So here I had a lot of questions, basically where students use scheduler versus a Claflin University course selection guide. This is just a snippet of some of the questions, and you can see that in this first question, students got 75% of the questions right, 70% of the question right, and then using scheduler, 100% got it right. And in the second question, right, 100% of students using the Claflin guide got it right compared to 85.7% using scheduler. So it kind of varies, depending on the question and what you're being asked. So let's now move on to the demo before I kind of get into more finding and conclusion and so like that, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. So hopefully you're seeing my screen. Let me reshare. Let me reshare my entire screen. Okay, so once you come in, you will see right away what your major is. I logged in using my Outlook because I improved the system where you can log in using your Outlook, and then you provide additional information like your major and your enrolled year. And once you come here, you can see what everything meant on the page. So you can see those that are colored in orange are like, honors college courses. But if you're not an honors college student, you won't see any courses highlighted in orange. I think that's, nice for students. And you can see that what I like about this system, everything is so organized, based on each semester, and you can see here that you need 136 credits to graduate as a computer science student. They completed 123 and they have 13 left to go. And one of the most beautiful thing about this is that you can drag and drop the classes. So if you didn't take this class in your first semester of your freshman year, you can just move it to wherever you took it, and then it updates the credit. I really like that. You can see the prerequisite of the courses that you are taking. There are so many features, and you can mark it complete. You can mark the courses complete, you can add a grade. There's a lot of stuff you can do. And if you didn't get a good grade, they will tell you go see your advisor, right? And then when you go down, say for instance, you're taking...
You added that one, Shantal.
Huh?
I didn't know you added that one.
Yes, I had to just, you were telling me don't do so much things, but I'm like, And then if you're taking a like restrictive elective course, you can see a list of all those courses you can choose from, basically. And if you're taking like a general education courses, you also see that list as well. For example, here, religion or philosophy, you see all the list of courses you can take. So, there's a lot of stuff you can do here, but the most important is basically organizing, seeing the credits you should take and what is left. So I really hope you enjoyed that demo and you'd use this tool later. Okay, let me reshare my screen again. So I go back to the presentation. So how did I do it, or like the framework behind this project? So basically I use Ostinger. This is like a web hosting solution online where all my files are stored. I use MySQL. That's where I save all the courses, every information that you see on the website, and I fetch them from there. Um, I also use PHP. So PHP basically save everything on the page. When you see I drag the stuff, it changes the position of where those stuff are. So I use PHP to basically, put those stuff in the database and save everything. I use JavaScript basically. When you see I look at the keys, those style right there, I use JavaScript for that. CSS, all the colors, all the pretty stuff, that's CSS. I use jQuery. When you see me dragging those stuff, jQuery do that, and updating the number of credits, I use jQuery to do that as well. And HTML, basically like the backbone of every website, basically the outline of the website. And I use Outlook as well. That is where I use their authentication services to authenticate students to log in. And the conclusion, throughout this research, I have found that students using Scheduler are just 10.7% more likely to find what they need to complete a task. And majority of students would prefer an online tool that will tell them the exact classes they need to take and their prerequisite. And 88.9% of students think that having a clear and accessible guide can help students to graduate on time. So what I really saw and did with Scheduler is basically Scheduler doesn't allow you to take what is not required. It gives you exactly what you need to take, so you don't take unnecessary courses. And for instance, in general education, we see where a lot of students take some of the wrong courses or redo courses that are in the same general education kind of guide. So basically I allow them to take just exactly what is needed. And if you want to take extra courses, that's up to you, but I won't show you that. So that's what I like about Scheduler. And also some of the future work, I would like to include using a student-based collaborative filtering approach to suggest the best sequence in which students can optimize graduation rate. So basically, it's like getting a data set, and collecting data from students as they use the system, and especially taking into consideration when these courses are offered, like the prerequisite of the courses, and maybe like students who successfully graduate on time using Scheduler and what their GPA was like and so on. And basically like an advisor system, so students can collaborate with each other and advisors can collaborate and see exactly what the students are seeing, and add additional features such as like GPA prediction and maybe adding your minor, because just now it's just your major. And also I have some friends in other schools who was like, I need this, you need to create this for me. So maybe in the future I will create it for students, especially my friends in Benedict. And acknowledgement, I really appreciate Dr. Morrison. I started this project in summer, demoed to Dr. Morrison. She gave me a lot of suggestions, what I can add, what I can take out, what I can focus on. I really want to thank my academic advisor, Dr. Mani. He's the one who always called me, Shantal, what's going on, Some of us, we never contact our advisors, and that's bad, but Dr. Mani, always reaching out. Dr. Lyles, I've started in our club since when 2018, summer 2018, got an internship, work in a robotics lab. She teach me all about research. Most of the knowledge I use writing this paper is from the knowledge from Dr. Lyles and how to write and how to structure research paper. Dr. Desoki, he's the one who is always encouraging us to, publish, to demo tools and to know, just to know everything and go to grad school. So I like that. And Dr. Sharon for always getting things done for everyone, keeping on top of everything. and the School of Natural Science and Mathematics overall, I did mention, but also we have a new teacher, Dr. Delahunt. When I created like my who's and so, although every teacher does it, but Dr. Delahunt didn't know me, and she was always like, yes, yes, come to my class. I really like that about her. And also the Honors College for really providing this platform for us to, present and to showcase our work. I really like that, and for the continued support over the years. So thank you, everyone, and thank you all my friends and family for coming. I really appreciate you. And these are my references. And if you have any questions or concerns, you can go ahead and ask.
Well, my comment, Shantal, my first comment is you should not be doing this for fun for anybody. Like, you need to get paid for this, right? And just a question, did you take into account transfer students? And this may be something that you would like to add, or students that come in with middle college credits. You have lots of students that are coming in with 15 to 30 hours when they enter the university. And did you consider that? And just once again, you should not just do this for fun. Great job. Like, I had a lot going on behind me, because I don't know if y'all noticed, I was like, stop, take my phone, because I really enjoyed your presentation.
Thank you.
And I think you're on to something.
Thank you. To answer your question, yes, I did take a lot of stuff into account, including that. But just to basically level on what I was trying to research, I basically limit the features. Dr. Morris said that to keep on saying, no, Shantal, you need to just limit all the features. So I have a lot of more features that I would like to add. I did take those stuff into consideration and how we're going to put that into the system. But for now, I settled with those features for now.
Okay, so
I want to say, Dr. Green, in response to your encouragement that she shouldn't be doing this for free, I also, over the course of her doing this research, have made it clear to her, you need to make sure that you separate. And that was another reason why, in terms of the things that to me, because I understood that there was a lot of opportunity here, and these are technologies in the education space that are needed, right? And so being able to innovate in this space is something that she brings to the table, and she's got this experience and she needs to monetize. So yes, so we are all encouraging her to make sure that she understands the impact that something like this has. And so I think she does. And she's
I'm
really
not a computer scientist, but I say make that next step, take into consideration transfer students, and do whatever it is that you need to do to make it work for you, because I really think that you're onto something, Shantal, that people would pay for.
Thank you.
My turn. Okay, Shantal, I knew that you were building a scheduling system, and I knew that it was much needed. And I've seen scheduling systems before, and they're really nice. Like, my little sister goes to SCAD. She doesn't have to think about what to take. It's there. It's all laid out. It's really nice. It's static. And it's nothing near what this is. This is, do we still say the bomb? Can I say the bomb?
We can drop the bombs
we can
on
say
it,
whatever.
Dr. Lau.
So I have a question for you, and it's not a question that's a part of your thesis. All right. So what they say in the court, jury, you got to throw this question out. But I have a question. All right. So when you built this, when you built your database, when you had your tables, was it hard coded, or have you already started thinking about how you port in your courses so that you can scale this? Because I'm telling you right now, it's scaling. And I know you're an entrepreneur, and I know you're on your thing. So go ahead and add this to the list of projects.
Yeah. I don't hard code anything. I basically make it very dynamic.
Me.
Yeah. So I can just go in, I can add a new course, I can do anything, and it shows up on the curriculum right away. So
does that also work across majors?
No, I only did computer science, computer engineering, and management information science. Only 3 majors for now.
So do this. I need you to think about, I'm sorry, go ahead.
It works across all majors, and it's easy to really add these courses in.
So are the courses being added manually, or is there a way that you can think about some type of framework, because what happens is we have a set of courses this year and then it changes next year. And so even if it's not so much not manually adding them, but then maybe thinking of an interface that users can use if they need to upload new courses into the system.
Yeah, that would be like the advisor side of things. So basically creating an advisor system where they can add those courses and they can make changes. So rather than us as a company or us as a platform doing that. So for the schools and for the advisors or the higher deans or so on, to add those courses in or make changes, and it will show up on the student side automatically.
When I get to play with it, I need a link.
No, that's not created yet, but everything is documented. I kind of,
because I've been asking, right?
I did a
it's for the students
demo.
at this point. The version
did
she
a demo
has
for
is for
the
the students.
Can I not play with it like a student? Yeah, I'm not even signing your document until I can really test the validity of this system. I don't know if it's really something.
No, you can. I can share the link with you, but I was thinking you're talking about the advisor side.
Oh, no. Oh my gosh, this is awesome, Shantal, and you know how much we need this here at Claflin. So
I think we need a showcase for Dr. Warmack to see this, and I'm being serious when I say that.
I felt like I was at a meeting where someone was selling us a product.
Absolutely. So when they sell us a product, it's not this good, Dr. Lyles. You know, the meeting is not that good. So, I mean, it's mind-blowing, Shantal.
I would like to say that it's truly life-changing. As crazy as that sounds, when I went back to school in 2012 to get my associate's degree, I realized quick that just going to my advisor for my appointment really wasn't giving me everything I needed to know. And it took me an entire day on a Saturday where I sat down and I created a spreadsheet of all the classes I needed. And I had all these other documents open of when they were offered, like spring or fall. It took me a whole Saturday to plan out my courses so that I would graduate in time, because I didn't want to go longer than 2 years. And this would have changed my life. I would have had that Saturday back. And
Ms. Delahunt, she mocked the way that we do the things with this sale. That's so beneath her.
If you don't mind, I just want to say something before I go. I do want to say good job, like everyone already said, because it's a really good job. But I want to say you have a great attitude when you present. And I would like you to please keep that attitude the rest of your life, even when you face any harm. Because that attitude, believe me, it can resolve a lot of issues. And with bad attitude, we will unfortunately lose a lot. So you have a good attitude, please keep it. You are great. I have to go. I am sorry if I interrupt anyone, but I just have to say something. Maybe it can benefit you when you remember to keep it. You need to know that you really have it good. So don't lose that good attitude. Keep it, please.
Thank you.
Even when someone makes you angry, keep it good. Believe me. Thank you so much. You've done a great job, and have a great day.
Thank you.
You are very welcome.
Chantal, you changed my 4 o'clock. You know, I was like, it's 4 o'clock, it's Thursday, we don't have to come to work tomorrow. But when I say save the best for last, you did it.
And I have, I'm one of the students which I use Scheduler, and so the thing is, I was confused about what I was going to do, especially with my courses. So I used it last semester when it was being built, and I have 15 credits just to finish next semester, and I'll just have like HCLS and the 2 other courses. So I'll just do 3 courses in my senior year spring, and I'll do like 12 or 13 credits next semester, and I'm done. So I was confused at first, but I realized that it was, I realized I took so many of the courses that I didn't have to take. So I took art appreciation when I was a freshman, but then when I looked at the scheduler thing, I was going to take another art course like this semester, and I realized that I didn't have to take it because my other friends were taking it. But when I saw that I didn't have to take it, I was like, I'm free. So yeah.
Got testimonies here. Look at this.
Thank you, Manuel. Yeah.
Can I add to that too? Working with Shantal, we came together. So like just her work ethic towards everything. I don't stay on campus, but I stay off campus. And every time I come to the lab, her and Emmanuel are always there working till I thought I was like a workaholic until I met Shantal. Shantal would come by like 10 a.m. and she would leave by 10 p.m., 11 p.m. And I'm like, aren't you tired? They're always working on something. So I'm just seeing how scheduler is right now. I'm so proud of you. Like, even after she said that she was going to stop development, she still continued development because I think she added more things to the app, sorry, the web. And it's just, I wish Claflin had this, but I hope that they can actually acquire this and pay her because, you know, she put a lot of sweat and time into this. So I'm really proud of you, Shantal.
Thank you, Amarachi.
I also want to add, let me get my 2 sentences. Yeah, I want to say congrats, Shantal. You did a really great job. I also remember, you know, entering this semester, I was confused about my gen ed courses and which courses to keep on track with. And, you know, you really sat down with me and became my unofficial advisor with the scheduler. So great job and get some money for it. I'll join your company.
Thank you, girl. Thank you. Okay.
So Shantal, what are your plans? What are you doing after graduation?
I'm not sure, but for now, I am being accepted to some schools, and my first on the list is Kutztown University.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, master's in computer science.
Okay. Well,
Awesome.
just please complete that link that I sent out to you so we'll be able to contact you and we'll know where you are. Know that the Honors College is proud. We'll celebrate you all at 6:50 p.m. this evening. So please make sure you log on, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you,
And
everyone.
I wanted to officially say you did a really good job. So you leaned in the area of marrying kind of research to your actual development interests in a way that I thought was really well done. Shantal, she did an IRB proposal, so all of her surveys and all her user studies were IRB approved. So while she was coding and she was figuring out how she was going to do these user studies, she also got those things approved. Good job. I think you brought a lot of your skills to the table and it shows, right? So I am glad that you were able to provide this window because I've been excited about it because I've been seeing it, right? And I was like, this is crazy. So I'm so glad that you were able to provide this and really show the opportunities that are available for all the other students and how, you know, computing is really about solving problems, right? And the best opportunity you have is to bring those skills to the table to solve problems, not only for yourself, but those problems that have impact. And this has such a big impact to people that you care about, the people in the department, us as faculty, staff. So this is the kind of thing that you hang your hat on and you definitely can be proud of. And I hope you're super proud. I hope you're as proud about this as we all are about what you were able to accomplish with this project. And always know that, you know, if you need us for anything, right, we got you, right? And so keep that spirit, like Dr. Desoki said, keep that spirit, keep that attitude, keep that drive, stay excited, always look to try and if you look to try and find those problems that you can contribute to, then I think you're gonna always be successful and you'll always be happy. So congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm excited
Thank you
for
very
you.
much.
And I'm gonna stop talking.
And I don't want to rush you, but if you could get your thesis out sooner than later for a signature, that'd be wonderful.
Yeah. Yes, thank you. I will.
Thank you.
Thank you all for your time all week, okay? And Amarachi, you have been the one student that has supported most of your peers this week, and do know that that's not unnoticed. So everyone have a happy Easter, okay?
Happy Easter.
Bye,
Thank
guys.
you, everyone.
Bye.
Have a good one. Take
Everybody
care.
have a great one.
All right.